Insomnia is a psychological thriller film directed by Christopher Nolan and stars Al Pacino, Robin Williams, and Hilary Swank. And the film is about a detective played by Al Pacino who goes to an Alaskan town to investigate a murder, but after an incident occurs where he accidentally kills his partner, he starts to suffer from insomnia. Now, this film is a tough one to talk about because there's essentially nothing wrong with this movie. Like, performance-wise, it's fine. The cinematography is good, the directing is good, the music is good, the editing is good. This is essentially a good movie, but for some strange reason, whenever people rank Christopher Nolan films, this film is generally at the bottom of the list. And I think the biggest reason why this film flies under the radar is it's forgettable. Out of all of Christopher Nolan's films, this is the most forgettable. Because at least with every other Christopher Nolan film, there was at least one memorable thing in all of those films. But here, I could barely remember a thing. This was forgettable. Basically, there is no surprise, there is no shock twist that happens in the film. This is basically a standard cliche crime thriller film. At least with Memento, it had the advantage where it told its story backwards. Here, there's nothing really special in this film. Like, nothing really sticks out. Basically, this is a story we have seen dozens of times. Another thing that irks me in this film is the choices that this film makes. And one of the biggest choices the film makes is the reveal of Robin Williams as the villain. Throughout half the film, we don't even see Robin Williams, and he only appears in the second half, so I can see what they were trying to go for. Like, they were trying to hide his identity in the first half and reveal it in the second half. That's okay, but why credit the actor in the opening titles? That kind of gives away who the villain is. And like I said earlier, where there is no shock, twist, and surprise, basically the biggest surprise would have been if Robin Williams was in the film and no one was expecting it. But the fact that he's credited in the opening titles and even on the poster, it gives away that he's the villain. So there's no surprise there at all. If you look at the film Seven and see how cleverly they kept the secret that Kevin Spacey was the villain, that was genius. But the fact that in this film they give away that Robin Williams is the villain in the opening intro, that kind of ruins the mood of the film. And even though the title of the movie is Insomnia and the main character played by Al Pacino suffers insomnia, the subplot of him suffering insomnia isn't that interesting. So overall, this is a hard one to recommend. Like I said at the start, there's really nothing wrong with this film. Like, everything is done well. All three of the main actors do a good job. Al Pacino is great, Robin Williams is fantastic, and Hilary Swank is just good. But like I said with my gripes, this is a story we have seen before, and this film is littered with cliches we have seen before in other films. So if I was to recommend this movie, I would at least say it's worth a viewing. And after you view this movie, you can make up your own mind if you want to see it again, or it's that one film you'll only see once and never see it again. And I'm going to give Insomnia a 7 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, be sure to like my Facebook page, follow me on Twitter, and subscribe to my channel below. As always, I'm NETX5. Thank you so much for watching.